Hello everyone, this is Maria Reyes. Today we're going to talk about bilingualism and multilingualism. I would like to start these topics by taking up the contribution of Mr. Krashen about the difference between acquisition and learning of a language. Acquisition is a product of subconscious process, similar to the process children learn their first language. Informal situations uses grammatical fill, no rules, natural communication, and the target language. I have a clear example about this. I heard a kid asking his mom, "Ma'am, ¿qué digaste?" in Spanish. And we can see they don't care about rules. They don't care about what they want to think. He just wants to communicate. On the other hand, we have learning. Learning is a product of formal learning, conscious knowledge about the language in formal situations, and uses grammatical rules. It's a process. It's not easy, but it's possible. We have to take advantage of many theories to get this learning success. Based on this scope, we understand the bilingualism as the handle of two languages with many variables. It's very difficult to determine a unique definition about bilingualism. As the very beginning, in 1923, we have here this theoretic defined the bilingualism as bad, that it used to lead the student to confusion and mental retardations, and that was because we didn't have the investigations like we have now about mental processes, and so that's why it was so confused. After that, in 1933, Bloomfield defined bilingualism as a command of two languages, just like a native. In other words, it is the ability to speak two languages as mother tongue speaks do, producing well-formed sentences. They carry meaning. Also, we have Echeverria Arostegui considers three basic features: the autonomy of the codes, the smooth alternation of the codes, and the ability to express the same content in both linguistic systems. So I like this definition. I think it's complete. It's talking about the codes. These codes have to flow. They have to be connected, and they have to have meanings, the meaning of the whatever we want to express. So now we have types of bilingualism. The first one I have is according to the relationship between language and thought. We have coordinated bilinguals, people who learn the second language in two different contexts, for example, in school and at home. We have bilingual compounds, is people raised from childhood in a bilingual domestic environment. They have one notion of the knowledge notion with two verbal expressions. So this is because sometimes the kid has his mother is from different country, and so he's getting both languages, but at home in a domestic environment. We have another type according to linguistic competence. We have balanced bilinguals. It's a similar command on both languages. So the person is going, same level. And in this case, Spanish and English, same, balanced. Another one is dominant bilinguals. So there is a predominance of the one language over the other. So it depends. Many factors affect too, like practicing, using, necessity. Sometimes you're in the environment only English speakers. Many factors. So we have another type, according to cultural belongings and identity. We have acculturated bilinguals. Those people who renounce their culture of origin and adopt the culture of the second language. We have many people in the United States that they forgot about the Mexican culture. Now they adopted the American. So we have monocultural bilinguals as well. This is another type. They don't take the culture. They continue with traditions and everything, but only they get the language, the second language. That's why they're bilingual, monocultural. According to the age of acquisition, and in this case we have the childhood bilinguals, kids, bilinguals as teenagers bilinguals, they acquire the language after puberty, and we have adult bilinguals. We have many programs in the United States which help the adults in the high school, the ESL program, that helps them to get the second language. Now, we have multilingualism. Multilingualism is the ability of an individual speaker or a community of speakers to communicate effectively in 3 or more languages. Multilingualism is the knowledge of various languages or the coexistence of different languages in one determined society. Can be achieved simply diversifying the languages offered in a school or in a concrete educational system. This is the definition DTUs gave us at 2008. So we have many causes of multilingualism. There are several reasons for this phenomenon to occur. We can classify them into 2 groups: linguistic causes and interlingual development. Linguistic causes is the alteration of the language, and interlingual development is so common right now. We have in the places of coexistence different cultures, each of which has its own language. There is the emergence of a common code to achieve communication. They just want to communicate, saying it's a natural environment. They just want to communicate their necessities or express what they feel. Such is the case of Spanglish or Portuñol, Español, Inglés, Portuguese, Español. In these kind of codes of communication are spoken in border areas where 2 countries are together, people trying to get to the other one, so they need to communicate. We have extra-linguistic causes. This is given through migrations or invasions, the displacements of the masses, be it peaceful or violent. They have been constant in the history of humanity, the wars. So we can say that in this way, languages have been taken from a place of origin to new areas. When some country wins the war, so they take culture, language, everything to the new place are getting. Okay, so we have another cause, concentrations of cultures. It occurs when different cultures develop in the center of a territory, each with its own language. Then in that case we also speak of multilingualism. They settle in the center of a territory, and then each one speaks their own language, but in somehow they have a relationship and everything. So we call this multilingualism, even they separated but then together. I hope this information help you a little bit. This is a little only. This is too much to continue learning, and I invite you to continue investigating and helping our children, our kids, our students to gain the second language. Very important to get better opportunities in this world. Thank you so much for attention. Have a good one. Bye bye.